So my name is Brittany, and I'll be working with you guys today.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Hi, I'm Zach.
Okay, and I'm going to be working with you guys, and we're going to be having these sessions. So what brings you in today?
We're having some problems. Big problems.
And what would some of those problems be?
Well, we're having some communication problems. We're having problems with being respectful. He goes out at night. He's out at all hours. When he's home, he's moody. He gets grumpy. He slams his door.
And do you agree with this, or
No,
what do you think? What is something that
I
bothers you?
think that my mom is a terrible mother. She sits there and favors my little sister.
Okay.
Everything I want, she gets to my little sister. And it just kind of creates our relationship as a very distant one.
Okay. Do you and your sister fight often, or is it?
Yeah, mainly because she gives my little sister everything, and then whenever we have a fight, she decides to pick my little sister's side all the time.
Okay, and your dad, was he involved during these arguments, or how is the relationship with them?
You know, he's like an ostrich and sticks his head in the sand.
Is your relationship with your father okay, or do you have the same?
It's a lot better than my relationship with my mom.
So does your sister have a good relationship with your father also?
Yeah, she does. It's just she's more on my mom's side with everything. I'm more with my dad. So.
Okay, and have you guys always had these issues with your relationship, or at one point were you closer?
Yes, prior to him being a teenager.
When did you guys start noticing the distance and the arguments increasing, him being out more often? Do you agree that you're out the majority of the time as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and is there a reason that you stay out so often, or?
It's more fun to be out and with friends and be at home.
Okay, so it seems that there's just some we're going to work with structural theory, which is going to help focuses on the boundaries and subsystems and all that goes within a family, and to help kind of bring the relationship closer. So we want you guys, it seems the goal is to have that relationship be better between the two of you. Would that be a fair?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't you two, does structural theory sound like something that would work with you guys if we focus on maybe changing some boundaries and looking at the system of the family and trying to change that a little bit? Would that benefit your relationship?
Sure.
Okay, so what would be some goals for you then to get from therapy?
To have him want to spend more time at home and to be more respectful.
Okay. What would be some of your goals, Zach?
My goals would be to have more quality time with my mom and to just have her be more fair with me.
Okay, and would you mind saying what would that look like to you? What would be more fair? Would you want to be able to have a certain amount of time with her each week, or how does that?
I would just want her to be more lenient, instead of immediately taking my sister's side in an argument or whatever, actually listen to my side and be there for me.
Okay. And what do you think that's something you could do? Try to focus maybe on listening to both sides instead of. Do you feel as you jump to the sister side and everything?
No.
No. Why do you feel that way?
I just don't feel I try to listen to both sides.
Okay. So it seems like there's a disagreement in what you guys perceive happens in these situations where you get into arguments and attitude gets given. So I want to do a little reenactment so that we can have a better understanding of what goes on in these situations or what these situations look like when they're happening at home. So I want you to just tell me what would be a situation where you feel that your mom just jumps, what's a fight that's happened. I want you guys to reenact what happened. So if you just want to explain something, we can.
So a fight that's happened is we were watching TV, me and my little sister were, and all of a sudden she screamed out that I had pushed her around, and my mom came in the room, and before and either of us can say anything, she was jumping all over me.
Okay, so I want to start from this little enactment. I'm going to say go, and just imagine it's just a second after the sister was screaming that she was pushed by Zach. So, ready? So, what would be said?
You were told not to push girls or hit girls. You need to stop. You are the older one. You need to behave like the older child and be a role model.
I didn't even push her.
You just stop.
What?
Just stop.
Are you not even going to listen to me?
No, just stop.
Seriously? Like, you always take her side.
I do not always take her side. I listen to both of you. I am tired of you always accusing me of taking her side. You just need to stop this. I'm headed up to my eyeballs with you.
But you never listen to what I have to say. Every time I say something, you have to jump back down on me.
I always listen to you.
No.
I listen to you, I listen to your sister.
No, you listen to her and never me.
That's not true. It is absolutely not true.
Okay. So, I want to try this situation again. It seems like in the beginning when you came into the room, you automatically started just yelling at him to stop. So I want to have a situation where it would be better for you then to, like, let's say, start again from her coming into the room. And I want you to ask what happened before you yell or do anything else. So then we can explain and see how that conversation would go between the two of you if instead of automatically we were yelling at each other because you guys were not listening to each other, you were just yelling. So to then have that healthier conversation and have a more positive outlook on the situation instead of just yelling and having an attitude. Does that sound like something we could try to work out? And
Okay.
so I want to start from again. The sister was yelling, and then you'll come in, ask what's going on, and I want you to calmly, without like jumping down the throat or getting upset or giving an attitude, have a conversation and discuss so that you guys can have a better idea. Ready? So the sister just yelled. Go.
What is going on in here?
We were watching TV and she just screamed out.
Why did she just scream out?
She just decided to scream out. Out of the blue.
You didn't hit her?
No.
You didn't push her? So why did she decide to scream out if you didn't do anything to her? Did you change the channel?
Yes.
Did she want you to change the channel? Why did you change the channel?
Because it was the one I wanted to watch.
But you were watching the TV together.
So do you see how better of that conversation can go and how nicely? Do you feel more comfortable in that she actually listened to you now?
Yeah.
Instead of just jumping down your throat? And do you feel that you and your sister and you three could come to a compromise at that point instead of just storming out or going off and doing whatever? So that's kind of what we want to focus on when we have these situations where you feel like you're at each other's throat and you feel like enough is enough. Try to sit back and talk to each other. Remember, communication is really key, and that with the lack of it, that's how these issues happen. Okay, so to help get that relationship really better, and we want to set some boundaries that will work for not only you but the whole family. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you each just to think of a boundary that you would like to work on with the other person. So, Kim, why don't you let Zach know what you would like?
I would like you not to storm around the house every time we get mad. Slamming doors. No slamming doors. Don't like that. And to be home at a reasonable hour during the school week.
You think that's a boundary that you can respect and learn to follow? Okay, and what would be a boundary for you that you would like her to follow?
I want you not to always just jump on my sister's side with every argument that happens. Actually do what we need and listen to what we all have to say.
Does that sound like something that you can work on and follow?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So I definitely want you guys before our next session to really work on communicating with each other. Like Zach said, really sitting down when you guys do have these issues. If you feel like you're having more arguments, maybe sit down, like just the two of you, and discuss what's going on. Maybe it'd also be beneficial for you guys. You mentioned that your mom likes to go out and do one-on-one things with your sister. Maybe like try to do once every, like depending on your availability, try to find a schedule where you two can set aside time and do things together, just one-on-one as well. Aside from like getting out of the house, getting away from everybody else in the family. Does that sound like a good idea to maybe help bring that relationship together? Okay, perfect. So I will see you guys next week. Were there any other questions or anything that you guys had? Or?
Not really.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'll see you guys next week.